Hezbollah rejects ceasefire with Israel, escalating regional conflict. What happens when one of the Middle East's most influential forces says no to peace? Hezbollah's rejection of a US-mediated ceasefire extension with Israel has sparked outrage and renewed fears of ongoing violence in the region. This pivotal moment adds fuel to an already volatile situation. This refusal centers on contentious delays in Israeli troop withdrawals from southern Lebanon. Hezbollah claims stalled actions undermine their people's rights. But Israel counters with accusations of non-compliance, pointing fingers at Hezbollah for breaking prior commitments. Both sides stand firm, heightening tensions between their nations and threatening fragile regional stability. Over a year of devastating conflict has wreaked havoc on lives and land. More than 4,000 Lebanese civilians and over 100 Israeli citizens have perished in relentless violence. Behind these numbers are stories of shattered families, scarred communities, and a humanitarian crisis deepening with each passing day. The collateral damage extends beyond lives lost. Homes, schools, and essential infrastructure lie in ruins, depriving thousands of basic human needs. Over 1.2 million people have been displaced, forced to abandon their livelihoods and seek refuge amid hopelessness and despair. Despite its fierce stance, Hezbollah has suffered substantial losses. Key leaders have been killed, leaving a leadership vacuum that hampers its strategic cohesion. Southern Lebanon strongholds, once formidable, have fallen to Israeli forces. Perhaps most crippling is the destruction of a significant portion of their missile arsenal. These setbacks paint a picture of a movement grappling to maintain its influence. Yet, their rejection of peace signals undeterred resilience, or rigidity, depending on perspective. Hezbollah's defiance continues to shape the battlefield and the geopolitical discourse across the region. Israel defends its position with unwavering determination. It accuses Hezbollah of breaking previous promises and asserts its duty to protect territorial integrity. Standing firm, Israel says delay in troop withdrawal stems from ensuring threats are neutralized, particularly from regions Hezbollah once controlled. From Israel's perspective, its sovereignty is under siege. The nation reiterates that peace is only achievable when security is guaranteed. As the world watches, Israel balances military might with diplomatic pressure, grappling to find stability in a turbulent situation. The standoff between Hezbollah and Israel is more than a localized conflict, it's a tipping point for an already fragile Middle East. Nations nearby brace for potential spillover violence. External actors like Iran, the United States, and Saudi Arabia monitor developments, each with vested interests in shaping the crisis's outcome. Geopolitical stakes rise as international players weigh mediatory actions against escalating warfare. Opinions vary. Some advocate renewed peace talks, while others warn of unavoidable escalation. For citizens, one truth remains: the uncertainty fuels anxiety and halts progress, leaving communities stranded in the crossfire. At the core of this conflict lies a growing humanitarian crisis. Displaced families lack shelter, food, and hope for stability. Aid organizations face daunting challenges in delivering relief amidst active conflict zones. Beyond political disputes, the urgent need to save lives must take precedence. Global leaders and peace brokers bear the responsibility of embracing humanity over hostility. Ceasefire agreements are more than political documents, they are lifelines for vulnerable communities. Without a focus on societal healing, the region risks falling into irreversible turmoil. So, what's next for the Middle East? Can Hezbollah and Israel find common ground? Diplomatic efforts must navigate entrenched animosities, significant losses, and conflicting narratives. The key lies in building open communication channels and prioritizing long-term peaceful solutions over short-term military triumphs. While skepticism over ceasefires persists, a broader commitment to peace is essential. Regional allies could foster dialogue, while international mediators push for accountability on all sides. Sustainable peace cannot thrive in fleeting truces, it requires earnest efforts to rebuild trust and foster diplomacy. The rejection of peace by Hezbollah underscores the complex and fragile balance of power in the Middle East. Lives hang in uncertainty, communities plead for aid, and leaders face pressure to prioritize humanity over hostilities. The world cannot afford indifference to this crisis. This is a call to action for global unity. Pressurize leaders to prioritize dialogue, support organizations providing humanitarian relief, and raise awareness of this ongoing crisis. Together, let's advocate for peace, stability, and a chance for displaced families to rebuild lives and hope. Stand for a better future.